Good morning. Welcome to our Thursday live. To all those who are joining in for the first time, thank you so much for joining. And this is Divya, your mom friend, your parenting coach. I try to come here every week to answer your parenting questions. And if you're coming back again, then thank you so much for trusting and coming back to the live again. Okay. And we are going to start with questions. If you're here for the first time, then let me tell you, please put your questions नीचे जाके right में there's a question mark there वहाँ पे, because it's easier for me to see the questions. Otherwise बहुत जल्दी जाता है यहाँ से और मुझे दिखते नहीं है क्वेश्चंस. ओके, एंड इफ यू आर कमिंग अगेन देन यू नो वेयर टू पुट द क्वेश्चंस. ठीक है. एंड पहले अपोलोजाइज कर लूँ कि आई मे नॉट बी एबल टू टेक ऑल द क्वेश्चंस बिकॉज बाद में मुझे बहुत मैसेज आते हैं, मैम मैंने भी पूछा था, मेरे क्वेश्चन का आंसर नहीं दिया, आपने उसके क्वेश्चन का आंसर दिया. सो आई ट्राई टू एड्रेस as many questions as I can. If I cannot do it, then I'm very sorry. Hi Ekta, how are you doing? Looking really pretty, thank you. And who else? Hi Pratibha. From today's live I have decided, मैंने ना लास्ट ईयर भी ये किया था, इट वाज सो मच फन कि आई वुड गेट वन पर्सन टू जॉइन मी ऑन द लाइव एंड टू आस्क मी अ क्वेश्चन दैट आई कैन आंसर टू देम लाइव. बिकॉज कभी कभी क्या होता है, क्वेश्चन में ना यू डू नॉट अंडरस्टैंड द इंटायर डेप्थ ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम. तो मैं बहुत ही ऊपर ऊपर से आपको आंसर दे पाती हूँ. बट इफ यू कैन एक्चुअली कम online and then ask me the question, I can ask you follow-up questions and I can give you better solutions. Okay, so if you have any parenting questions, then ask me on bottom right and I will answer it for you. Tab tak a small share from my end. Okay, so today is my day when I record my reels. Okay, so I was just going through Instagram to see what else is happening, what do I want to talk about. And suddenly I came across a reel जिसमें this parents are talking about how their 6-year-old child just won a gold medal in a swimming competition. And they were telling what they have done, which I appreciate. It's good. But suddenly what happens to us as parents? Tell me. मुझे लगा यार मेरा बच्चा भी 6 साल का है, कंपटीशन तो दूर, यार वो तो उसने तो स्विमिंग अभी शुरू करी है. इज माई चाइल्ड लैकिंग बिहाइंड? एंड हम लोग कितनी जल्दी वो स्पाइरल में जाते हैं व्हेन वी सी समथिंग लाइक दिस. कमेंट, डू यू फील दैट और नॉट? ओके, बिकॉज इट इज वेरी नेचुरल टू समटाइम्स कंपेयर एंड सी, यार उसके बच्चे ने 6 साल में ये कर लिया, यार मेरा बच्चा तो अभी तक सीख ही रहा है, वो तो किसी कंपटीशन में पार्ट भी नहीं लेता है. ओहो, am I parenting wrong? What am I teaching my child? Is my child behind? I call this spiral thinking. Okay, and immediately like first second thought ke baad I told myself, I said, Divya, stop. Okay, whatever Zoravar is doing, that is his destiny. You are trying your best to give him the resources that you can give and give him the childhood that you think is best for him. Okay, so I'm sharing this with you because this happens to us knowingly or unknowingly. I call it spiral thoughts. In my community I teach my mothers how to stop it, and I do the same. The moment you feel कि there is this sense of insecurity, am I parenting it right, मैं ठीक भी कर रही हूँ कि नहीं, अगर उसका बच्चा 6 साल में ये कर सकता है तो मेरा बच्चा ये क्यों नहीं कर सकता है, मेरा बच्चा पीछे तो नहीं रह जाएगा. The moment you feel कि you're going in a spiral, just remind yourself that every child is different. सारे फूल एक साथ तो खिलते नहीं है, सारे फूल एक साथ तो ग्रो नहीं होते हैं. कुछ प्लांट्स को ज्यादा टाइम लगता है, कुछ प्लांट्स को कम टाइम लगता है. कुछ बच्चों को बहुत जल्दी पता चल जाता है उनको क्या करना लाइफ में, कुछ बच्चों को, मुझ जैसों को तो 40 तक नहीं समझ में आया करना क्या है. आई एम स्टिल एक्सप्लोरिंग टू फिगर आउट व्हाट आई लाइक. आवर रोल इज टू नर्चर देम. Our role, yes, our role is also to teach them discipline, to give them skills, to make sure that they don't give up when things get difficult. All that is our role. But our role is not to compare them. Compare करना हमारा रोल नहीं है. Compare करना हमारा रोल नहीं है. हमारा रोल है to give them skills. Okay, I'll take the questions now, but I have something else also to share with you, which I'll share at the end. Okay. So if you're just joining in, just to let you know, from today on, I'm going to take someone online, whoever is willing to come and answer your question live. So if you want to do that, leave that in the comments box and I will ask you at the end if you're ready to come online and ask the question. Okay? Okay. Ekta is asking, hi Divya, I want to know how do you manage everything, lives, cricket and all. I mess up and I manage. Like, manage in the sense what? See, I'll tell you what. Anybody who says that they can do it all is the biggest liar. Okay? And especially if it's a mother who says, Arey, I can very beautifully take care of my child also, I can very beautifully work also, I can very beautifully go out with my friends also, I can very beautifully, do extracurricular also, I can do gym also, I can do this also, that also. माना इंडियन गॉडेसेस के 10 हाथ है एंड समवेयर हम वुमेन के भी 10 हाथ है ओके बट लेट मी टेल यू समथिंग if you want to do something one thing you will compromise a little bit on the other thing whether you believe it or not okay if my value right now is that my child is my priority what do you think is taking the back seat who can guess it here what do you think is taking a back seat for me you know what my business and that's a very conscious decision I have made okay because right now my child and my health is my priority so it is okay if I'm not able to deliver my work 100%. I know my capability, I know my caliber, I know I can do much more. I have to lot of times पता है कितनी बार होता है I get collapse, I give it up. I'm been asked to travel for workshops, I give it up because I know I can't travel and I don't want to also travel. I will still see whether I want to do it or not. I know I'm not living up to my full potential, but it is my personal choice. Tomorrow, there might be a day when I am maybe putting my work on priority and putting my health a little behind, not going to the gym, not working out, not doing something else, right? Again, it is what our value system is and what my current situation is. Okay, I always look around and see मेरा current situation क्या है एंड देन अकॉर्डिंगली आई गो एंड टेक अ स्टेप कि अच्छा ये साल मेरे को इस पे फोकस करना है मैं सब कुछ नहीं कर सकती हूँ कोई भी नहीं कर सकता है यू आस्क एनी सक्सेसफुल वुमेन successful in whatever terms you want to say it if you want to say entrepreneur wise business wise they will compromise they have to give up something in the family they have to give up something either in the health they have to give up something either in a relationship सब चीज को बैलेंस करके चलना इज काइंड ऑफ अ मिथ यू कैन नॉट हैव इट ऑल बट यू कैन हैव द बेस्ट ऑफ ऑल ओके एंड आई ऑलवेज से दिस अगर आप मेरे साथ बहुत टाइम से है ना तो आपको ये एक मेरी ये लाइन जरूर पता होगी कि आई ऑलवेज से लाइफ सीजन्स में आते हैं ऐसा मत सोचो कि अगर मैं अभी कुछ नहीं कर रही हूं तो मैं कभी कुछ नहीं करूंगी नहीं यूज दिस टाइम टू बिल्ड योर बेस सो टू ऑल द मदर्स आउट देयर जिनको कभी ऐसा लगता है ना कि राइट नाउ आई हैव टू फोकस ऑन माय चाइल्ड दैट्स व्हाई मैं बाहर नहीं जा पा रही हूँ दैट्स व्हाई मैं ये नहीं कर पा रही हूँ आई एम नॉट एबल टू वर्क और आई एम एबल टू वर्क बट आई एम नॉट एबल टू स्पेंड दैट मच टाइम अगेन इट्स द चॉइसेस यू मेक okay use this time to balance you still get 3-4 hours in a day how can I make the best use of this time to build a foundation so that tomorrow when my child is little grown up I can go and start again okay so use this as a foundation see mano ya nahi mano once you have a child your child needs you for a certain period of time okay if you're a mother who has a setup where you can go out then I would say you should appreciate that setup चाहे वो इन लॉज हो मदर हो आपकी खुद की मदर हो चाहे कोई और हो जो भी है यू आर लकी दैट यू हैव अ सेटअप दैट यू कैन गो आउट एंड वर्क ठीक है सो I don't do it all. I prioritize what is important. I'll give you a very simple example, Ekta, because this is everybody's life. Okay. Next week, there is something called as read out loud in my child's school. Honestly, till last year I would have volunteered because I'm like नहीं मुझे करना है उसके लिए ठीक है मैंने अभी तक वॉलंटियर नहीं किया बिकॉज आई एम थिंकिंग यार मैं करूँ नहीं करूँ, you know, I have my work. If they call me on so and so date, will I be able to do it? So I'm always deciding what is important for me at that point of time. What can I give? What can I take? उस टाइम पे क्या करूँ क्या नहीं करूँ, ठीक है? So you try your best. उस टाइम पे जो important है, do that. And what sets in your value system? What is higher for you in the value system at that point of time? Okay? ये हमेशा याद रखो. Your child only needs 5 to 10 years of your life. आपको अभी ऐसा लग रहा है ना कि मैं कुछ नहीं कर रही हूँ, ऐसा नहीं. योर चाइल्ड ओनली नीड्स 5 to 10 years ऑफ योर टाइम. वंस दे आर 15-16 years ऑफ एज, दे विल नॉट इवन नीड यू. आप तब ढूंढोगे अब मैं क्या करूं. ओके, सो इट्स ओके. जैसे सीजन आते हैं ना, देर इज अ गुड सीजन, देर इज अ बैड सीजन, देर इज समर, देर इज ऑटम, विंटर्स. लाइफ इज ऑल्सो अ सीजन, कभी सेम नहीं रहती है. Okay, so Ekta, I hope I answered your question. So do what you can do it, and never ever ever ever, मैं खुद इंस्टाग्राम पे हूँ बट मैं हमेशा ये बोलती हूँ, never ever look at someone else's life and think I don't know how she manages it all. Everything on social media is a fake. Everything on social media is a fake. Have you ever seen a picture of me crying? Have I ever posted it live? No, because I don't want to show you my pain. There are people who show that, but for me, if I'm not adding value, I will not put it. Okay, so take social media as something कि हाँ मैंने देखा, I'll take the best out of it, but I'll not compare myself out of it. Okay. Okay, Vindhya is saying आपका solution helpful था. 1 week में उसको लोगों के सामने naughty होने से बहुत कम फर्क पड़ने लगा. एंड थैंक यू सो मच मैन. ओ बिंदिया, थैंक यू. I am so happy. Okay, Bindya was the one who actually messaged me last time saying that, ma'am, I wrote you a question and you didn't answer me. So I did answer it in DM. And when you guys actually come back and tell me that the solution worked, it is one of the biggest happiness that I get, and it validates that, you know, maybe what the solutions that I'm giving actually works, because they do. They do. You just have to find the right nick. You just have to, first of all, बिलीव कि आपने कोई भी डैमेज ना अपने बच्चे के ऊपर परमानेंट नहीं किया है. ओके, आपने बच्चे को अगर कुछ बोल दिया, अगर आपने बच्चे को डांट दिया, अगर आपने बच्चे से गुस्से से बात कर दिया, पनिशमेंट दे दिया, इट्स ओके. यू आर ऑल्सो लर्निंग, दे आर ऑल्सो लर्निंग, and there is always a chance to go back, repair and rebuild again. So Bindya, I'm so happy that, you know, you could, first of all, you implemented it. Second of all, you could see the results. Okay. Okay, now let's get going. I'll take the second question if there's any. Ma'am, how do you control mental stress? How to control mental stress? It is a very generic question, but I'll answer what I do. For me, I have to meditate. There is no other option to it. For me, because मेरा number भी ऐसा है, a lot of you may not know, but I'm a numerologist as well. So मेरा number भी ऐसा है कि I think a lot. मेरा number भी ऐसा है that I will have too many things in my head happening. So my way of controlling my stress is I meditate. Second, I only and only stress upon things that I can control. Okay. Third thing, अगर कुछ हो गया तो हो गया. It is okay. Like a very simple thing. Yesterday, while coming back from after coming back from the lunch with my friend, I got late to pick up Zorawar. Okay. Either I could have stressed all the way. कि यार लेट होगी, लेट होगी, लेट होगी, क्या होगा, and you know, I would have done a rash driving. I don't do that. I parked the car on the side. I wrote an email to the teacher. I will be 30 minutes late. I am sorry, I am stuck in traffic. I cannot control now. I am late anyways. So I don't stress about it. I don't stress about things that are not in my control. If someone is not talking to me, I will try to go and talk to them. If they still don't want to talk to me, I will say it's your choice and I will just let it be. You know, so I will never ever try to control the other person. The only person you can control is you, not even your children. ओके, इफ आई हैव अ फाइट विद माई चाइल्ड, अगर मेरे बच्चे से लड़ाई हो गई है या आई हैड अ बैड डे और यू नो कुछ भी हुआ है, आई ट्राई टू सॉर्ट इट आउट देन एंड देयर. आई डोंट कैरी मेंटल स्ट्रेस इन माई माइंड. Why do you need to carry mental stress in your mind when life is so short? Okay, if you feel like doing something, do it. If you feel like talking to your son, do it. If you feel like कि मुझे ये नहीं करना, मुझे ये करना है, do it. Don't wait for permissions. Okay, that is how I manage my stress. But I will also say something, हाँ, आप अपने बच्चे को इमोशनल रेगुलेशन तो ही सिखा सकते हो जब आपको इमोशनल रेगुलेशन आता है, पीरियड. जब मुझे ही मेरा स्ट्रेस मैनेज करना नहीं आता, जब मुझे ही सॉरी बोलना नहीं आता, जब मुझे ही ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि मैं अब इरिटेट हो रही हूँ या क्या हो रही हूँ, मैं बच्चे को क्या इमोशनल रेगुलेशन सिखाऊंगी. करेक्ट. सो यू फिगर आउट व्हाट मेक्स यू हैप्पी. You figure out how can you change the channel in your mind. Okay, so when I sometimes work with, now I started working with children as well. So sometimes when I work with children, no, there's something called as changing the channel. You do that. How do you do that? Right now, suppose you're very stressed. You have something in your mind ki chalo, I don't know why she didn't call me, or maybe my mother-in-law ka stress, or husband ka stress, that husband is not talking to me, or mere bachcho ka stress, that my child ke come marks na aa jaye. I'm very anxious. Okay, that's the channel which is running in my mind. Understood? Now when that channel is running in my mind, is it helping me? Does stressful, just thinking, having stress about something that is not in my control, that is even in my control, chalo, but uske bare mein soch ke, is it helpful? Is that channel literally helping me? Tell me. Yes or no? If you're here for the first time, I will expect you to answer in comments. So please answer in comments. Is that channel really helping me? जब नेटफ्लिक्स देखते हो या जब टीवी देखते हो और अगर कुछ चल रहा है और वो पसंद नहीं आ रहा है, तो आप क्या करते हो? क्या करते हो? You don't keep watching it, right? You change the channel. You switch the channel, right? Same thing, start doing it in your mind as well. And same thing, I teach it to children also. But to you, I'll tell you how to change it. Take that one memory which you can always go back to, which makes you feel happy. Okay? Suppose मेरे दिमाग में ये चैनल चल रहा है कि my husband is not talking to me, and I'm absent since morning. Oh, I'll take a channel only. चलो परसों की बात बताती हूँ. परसों सुबह Zoravar was not ready to go to sleep. Again, entirely my fault because he didn't sleep on time. तो morning में when he got up, he was very cranky. बहुत बड़ा issue बना. School में मुझे drop करने आना पड़ा, and I was very upset of the fact कि all these things happened. Now, is that upset really helping me? No, right? So I took a moment in my mind and I told myself, this feeling is not helping me, Divya. Baat ho gayi. Now what I need to do is when he comes back, I need to talk to him. Now, can I think of something else? So what I do to shift my channel is I listen to music. I don't go to, I'm not on YouTube, not on Instagram. No, because वो और उसको और scramble करता है. I get more busy, So how I move my channel is, or how I change my frequency is, I listen to music, or I pick up a book, or I start writing. That's called changing your channel. So next time if there's a channel going on in your head, what you need to do is you need to change the channel. If you don't like what you're thinking, if you don't like what you're seeing, if you don't like what is happening in your body, change it, because only you have the power. आप और अगर आपको इसको याद भी रखना है ना, तो याद रखो कि जब नेटफ्लिक्स पे मुझे कुछ अच्छा नहीं लगता है, आई जस्ट टेक अ मिनट टू चेंज दिस. आई डोंट वेस्ट माई एंटायर डे लुकिंग देयर कि मुझे अच्छी नहीं लग रही है मूवी, बट मैं फिर भी पूरी मूवी देखूंगी. ठीक है? सो रिमेंबर दैट. Okay. My son is 5 years old. Whenever he is going in any party with me, he starts demanding things which I say no, like cold drinks, because he knows I'm not able to handle his tantrums at that time. How to manage it is to set the expectation way in advance. All those who are putting questions in the comments, please put the questions in the question wala area, which is the bottom right. There's a question mark. Please put your questions there because I'm able to see it there. Here you may only see questions, but for me here comes किसने join किया किसने छोड़ा. So there is a lot that is going on. Okay. So coming back to when a child demands something when you go to a party, and they feel that you cannot handle a tantrum, so they will throw a tantrum and you give it. Now you tell me your child knows your pattern, right? उनको पता है मम्मा मैनेज नहीं कर पाएंगे, मम्मा सोचेंगे आसपास सारे देख रहे हैं, मम्मा will give in. So your child is not wrong. Your child is in fact very smart. I must tell you that. Okay, and your child is not the only one. Otherwise, why do you think बच्चे जब मॉल जाते हैं, जब टॉय शॉप जाते हैं, जब रिलेटिव्स के सामने होते हैं, जब घर में कोई आता है, तब उनके टैंट्रम्स और डिमांड सबसे ज्यादा क्यों बढ़ते हैं? बिकॉज दे नो यू आर मोर कॉन्शियस अबाउट हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू बी परसीव्ड. तुम्हें लोग कैसे देखेंगे? अरे इसकी माँ को ये भी नहीं पता, इसकी माँ से ये हैंडल भी नहीं होता, अरे ये रो रहा है, अरे ये हो रहा है. सो दे नो इफ आई क्राई माई मदर इज गोइंग टू गिव मी. और आपने एक दो बार दे दिया तो इट बिकम्स अ पैटर्न. करेक्ट. नाउ how do you get out of it? Point number one, if you do not want to give something, have a discussion before even going. Ki there is going to be a chocolate or there is going to be this, but you may not have it. Also, बच्चों को ये बोलना कि ये खाना और ये नहीं खाना से बेटर ये होता है you start educating a child कि ये अच्छा क्यों है और ये अच्छा क्यों नहीं है. You know, why cold drinks are not meant for you, and cold drinks are not meant for children. Let's be very clear. Cold drinks are not meant for children. Coke, Diet Coke, this, Sprite are not meant for children. If they want it, tomorrow your child is going to ask you something which is poisonous. Will you give it? I'm not saying cold drink is poisonous, but you know it is not good for your child. Then why are you still giving it to your child? We have already discussed it before going, still he's doing it, then I will think it's just your child is taking advantage of you. You are not able to hold the boundary. Because Jyoti, at that point of time, you're thinking, what is the world going to think? Instead of thinking, is this good for my child or not? Your child is not wrong there. Child is going to have a tantrum, child is going to demand, child is going to say things. It is us parents who have to hold the boundary. That is why it is called boundary. What you are doing is permissiveness. कि भाई तू गुस्सा मत हो, तू tantrum मत throw कर, I'll give you whatever you need. Because I as a mother don't want to look bad. So who is winning here? And who is losing here? Your child is winning because he's getting what he's getting, and your child is only losing. Why? Because he is losing his health. Because you're not able to keep that boundary. Emotionally, you do not have the patience to see your child cry. Okay? तुम्हें कोई भी, and I can tell you, sitting here, you are someone, Jyoti, who cannot do confrontation even with the other person. Because कोई आपसे confront करने आएगा ना, adult भी, you will be like, यार चिल्लाओ मत, take whatever you want. And the same is happening with your child. But at what cost is what you have to do? At what cost is what you have to decide in your life? Okay? So your child is absolutely fine. There's no problem. You are just not been able to hold the boundary with him. Sorry. Okay? And this will only increase with time. Your child is 5 now. When he's 10, I want a video game right now. All my friends have video games. You are not giving me video games. You are the worst mama in the whole world. You are this, you are that. Now, because you want to be the best mama in the world, are you going to give what you think is not good for your child? Today only, I was making a reel, which I will post soon, next week, that, Abhishek Bachchan till date has not given his daughter phone. How many of you knew that? उनकी जो बेटी है वो 14 साल की है, बट उन्होंने अभी तक अपनी बेटी को फोन नहीं दिया है. I was so happy to see that. I said, chalo, someone is setting good example. Because children are going to demand. Children are going to ask for it. Children are going to say, I want it because everybody has it. My role as a parent is to do what? My role as a parent is to do what is right for my child, not what my child wants. Because my child's brain is not fully developed to know what is right and wrong for them. Okay? So please, just because a child has a tantrum never ever means that you give in to your child. Hold your, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्या है? Take your child out of the party. Sit with your child for 10 minutes. बात ही खत्म. 2 बार करोगे, तीसरी बार बच्चा मांगेगा ही नहीं. आपको क्या लगता है मेरा बच्चा मेरे से चॉकलेट्स नहीं मांगते हैं? Even when it's not a day for the chocolates. ही मांगते हैं, बहुत आराम से मांगते हैं. मम्मा, I really feel like having chocolates. मम्मा, please मम्मा, 1 chocolate. मम्मा, पता नहीं आज मन बहुत कर रहा है मेरा चॉकलेट खाने का. तो आपको क्या लगता है, मैं हमेशा हाँ बोल देती हूँ और हमेशा ना बोलती हूँ? मैं आधा टाइम तो कुछ बोलती नहीं हूँ, मैं तो उसको सीधा ये बोलती हूँ कि यू नो व्हाट वी हैव डिसाइडेड। ऐसा ऐसा भी कभी नहीं हुआ कि उसने जाके कभी ड्रॉर नहीं खोला चॉकलेट खाने का, बट कहने में मैंने कभी उसको रोका है नहीं। मैं बस देखती रहती हूँ कि तू कर रहा है कि नहीं कर रहा है, और अगर वो करता है, I do not comment anything at that time. I hold it till my next, we have this Sunday ke Sunday we meet to talk about things. We hold it, and on that day I tell him, this is what you did which was not right. Now this is a consequence that is going to happen next time if you do this. Okay? So always remember, we all are parenting for long term, not for short term gains. Okay, how to control anger issue in child. You have to teach emotional regulation to a child. Now, what do you mean by emotional regulation to a child? Emotional regulation to a child means that how to manage their anxiety, how to manage their anger, how to manage boredom, how to manage sadness, how it is okay to feel all this, but not to behave the way they are behaving. Okay, and this doesn't happen in one day. Okay, this happens with one telling them how what they are feeling. पहले उसको name करना. Second, if you are here for the first time, then you can go to my YouTube channel, or you can go below and look for lives. Multiple times I have done, which is a small technique called as wheel of choice, in which we teach our children that if you are getting angry, what all things can you do? Okay, what do you need me to do? Like if your child is above the age of 6 7, you can actually ask your child this very clearly. What do you want me to do when you get angry? I have so many clients, my one-on-one clients, which tells me after second or third third consultation ki ma'am, she herself told me ki mama, when I'm angry, please leave me alone. This is a 5-year-old saying. Okay, 5-year-old being so aware that if I'm angry, mama, I don't want you to come near me. I just want space. Do not talk to me. I'll go to my room and I'll come back when I'm okay. What is wrong in it? You're teaching your child how to manage an emotion. This is not called arrogance. This is not called being rude. This is called a child being aware of the emotions and finding a way to calm him or herself down. But this comes with first identifying the emotion, second, giving them tools and techniques to deal with that emotion. What do you need when you get angry? What can you do when you get anxious? What can you do when you get bored? What can you do when you when you feel sad? And we have to let our child feel emotions. A lot of parents, especially mothers, cannot see their child cry. Parents, I'll say, not only mothers. Any one of you know what is the main reason for it? Think about it. It's a very logical thing. Why, if someone else cries, how does that make you feel? मैं कॉफी पीती हूँ, आप तब तक इसका मुझे आंसर दो. ओके, and all those who are writing questions here, please write it in the question mark नीचे bottom right. I'll take the questions from there. आप अगर किसी को रोता हुआ देखते हैं, और स्पेशली अपने बच्चे को रोता हुआ देखते हैं, how does that make you feel? Answer me, and I will tell you the answer that I think is right, actually is right. How does it make you feel when you see the other person cry, especially your children? Okay, you want me to tell you? बुरा लगता है. What else? Very sad. What else? A lot of us starts feeling uncomfortable. Okay, we try our best कि मैं अपने बच्चे का वो रोना, वो सैडनेस, वो एंजाइटी, कैसे भी करके उसको मैं ठीक कर दूं, है ना. और हम इनको बोलते हैं मदर्स इंस्टिंक्ट, या हम इसको बोलते हैं आई एम ट्राइंग टू सॉर्ट इट फॉर माई चाइल्ड. नाउ आई विल टेल यू समथिंग. द रियलिटी इज, because when you were a child, no, and you started expressing your emotions to your parents or anybody else, the first thing they did was they tried to fix it. नहीं रो मत, it's okay, कुछ नहीं हुआ है. They didn't let you feel that emotion of being sad, of being, angry, of feeling bored, or feeling, रोना आ रहा है, रोने नहीं देंगे आपको. You never felt that emotion. So for you, if your child is doing that emotion, it becomes a bad emotion. It becomes something that you have to go and fix. Why do you think so many women and men, they cannot cry? Why? Because in their mind, if you're crying, it is bad. If you're crying, it is weak. If you're crying, you're not able to manage your emotions. Because all our life, this is how we have been conditioned. So don't do that mistake with your child. If your child is crying, it is okay to just let them cry for some time and feel what it feels, and then go for the solution, or then tell them, how can I help you? Okay. So coming back to the question again, how to control mental stress तो हो गया, ज्योति का question भी हो गया. Okay, my 4-year-old child is not listening always. He is doing opposite. We are saying no in public places. He is super hyperactive and tantrums, and I'm always angry on him. Kya karu? Please suggest. I'm not a good mother. Oh, let's first take the last point first, and this is the last question I'm taking. Uske baad, any one of you who wants to get online live with me, please mention it and I will get you online. Okay. So first of all, you are an excellent mother. Okay. If you are a mother, then I always say God has thought something and given you a child. Otherwise, there are a lot of people trying there, having a children, but they are not having a child. Okay. So if God has blessed you with a child, that means that God trusts you, that you are going to take the best responsibility of that child. So stop saying it that you are not a good mother. You are an excellent mother. You just need to find your emotional balance. आपको बस ये समझना है that how can I best understand my child? How can I give my best to my child? ओके. सो अब 4 साल का बच्चा आपकी बात नहीं सुन रहा है. ओके. आपकी बात इसलिए नहीं सुन रहा है बिकॉज समटाइम्स घर में वी डोंट से देम नो एनफ. समटाइम्स दे आर हाइपर एक्टिव एंड व्हेन दे गो आउट दे बिकम ओवर हाइपर एक्टिव बिकॉज इट्स अ लॉट ऑफ फ्रीडम फॉर देम. दैट डज नॉट मीन किसी भी तरीके से, ठीक है, किसी भी तरीके से that does not mean that you're a bad mother. It's just that you have to find a way to manage your child. You have to find a way to use that energy in some way or the other. और ये जो क्वेश्चन होता है ना कि my child is not listening to me, it's going to go from the age they start understanding things, which you can say from 1 year till forever. Never expect your child to listen to you 100%. 50% भी सुन लेना बहुत अच्छी बात है. Okay, I just saw somewhere here, my 16-year-old doesn't listen to me, he's back answering. And you're writing the same thing to me, my 4-year-old is not listening to me always. Always तो हो ही नहीं सकता. Always, अगर मैं ये expect कर रही हूँ कि मेरा बच्चा मेरी हर बात मानेगा, that's a wrong expectation only. Why is it a wrong and unrealistic expectation? You know why? Because why will your child listen to you 100%? Don't you want your child to be independent thinkers? Right? So your child is not going to listen to you 100%. What you need to do first is you need to build a trust and connection with your child while setting boundaries. ये पूरा जेंटल पेरेंटिंग के चक्कर में क्या हो रहा है ना, and I see a lot of parents doing this mistake again and again. Either they go into gentle parenting, which is like one extreme of parenting, which is like उनकी हर बात सुनना, उनके लिए हर क्वेश्चन पूछना, उनसे पूछे बिना कुछ करना नहीं है. If my child doesn't want to do it, will not do it. I explained it to my child, but my child didn't understand. You think a 4-year-old or a 5-year-old has the capacity to make such big decisions? No. Or they will go all to the other side and they will be very strict with them. You have to be in between. You have to talk to your child, gain that connection with your child, but at the same time, set boundaries with your child. Okay, if your child is not doing something in a public place, when you come back to your child, you explain it to your child that if this happens again, these are the consequences. Or if we go out, this is how you are supposed to behave, or this is how what is expected outside. Okay. And then when you come back, if that is not happening, you again check with him. See, we discussed this. ये नहीं हुआ, ये हुआ. क्यों हुआ? It's like we are taking our child and developing that skill कि बेटा बाहर जाते ऐसे ऐसे करना है, वापस आए नहीं हुआ, ये नहीं हुआ, क्यों नहीं हुआ, how can I help you again? So you're training your child in every situation. Okay, so you are not a bad mother, you are an excellent mother. You just need to find a way to connect to your child more and set firm boundaries. Boundaries are very important. A no is a no. Okay, ये तो मेरा कभी कभी फेवरेट डायलॉग भी होता है ना, एंड आई समटाइम्स फील दैट आई एम वेरी फर्म विद माई चाइल्ड, कि मैं ज्यादा फर्म तो नहीं हो रही हूँ. ओके, सो आई जस्ट टेल समथिंग लाइक यू नो कि बेटा अगर नहीं है तो नहीं है, सॉरी, वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट इट एंड आई नो यू वांट टू डू इट बट सॉरी, अभी नहीं हो सकता. इनफैक्ट वन डे माई चाइल्ड सेड टू मी, Mama, why is it that I can't decide anything for myself? I said, because you're 6 years old. And I said, one day is going to come when you are going to decide everything for you. But I want you to prepare you to my best capability so that you make good decisions. And yeah, the starting of kata, there's something else I want to tell you. So I'll just continue with this. So yesterday he was watching a documentary on Amazon, and it is called Born in the Wild. Okay, in which little जो बच्चे animals के बच्चे होते हैं, they are born and then they are trained and then they are sent in the wild. You know, so yesterday he was watching about lynx, Siberian lynx or something like that. He knows more about animals than I do, very honestly. So he said, Mama, you know, I feel very sad when they have to leave their mothers and go. मैंने कहा यही मौका है, अभी का सारा ज्ञान चेप दो इसको. Just kidding, huh? No, but I take such moments to, you know, teach him things. Okay. So the moment he said that, you know what I told him? I said, but you know what? Did you notice that how उसकी मदर ने उसको प्रिपेयर किया पहले बिफोर लीविंग हिम इन द वाइल्ड? He said, हाँ. मैंने कहा उसने क्या क्या प्रिपेयर किया. उस लिंक्स क्या होते हैं, जस्ट टू लेट यू नो, दे आर लाइक दिस स्मॉल वाइल्ड कैट्स, वेरी क्यूट. गूगल करना जाके, हाँ, LYNX. ओके, ऐसे तो देखा नहीं उन्होंने उसको कैसे सिखाया, हाउ टू हंट, हाउ टू क्लाइम अ ट्री, हाउ टू यू नो से हाउ टू सेव देम सेल्फ फ्रॉम प्रीडिएटर्स, हाउ टू यू नो रन, एवरीथिंग द मदर टॉट बिफोर द मदर लेट द चाइल्ड गेट इन टू द वाइल्ड. So I said, beta, this is the same responsibility God has given us. That we have to prepare you emotionally, physically, to go in the world. Because mama is not always going to be there. So yes, sometimes you feel that I make all the decisions for you, most of the decisions for you, but it is important. And a day will come when those decisions are going to be made by you yourself. So never ever feel guilty if your child says you're the worst mother in the world because you don't let me do what I want to do. We all are going to hear it. It is a natural thing to say. Every child says it. I am not here to be their friends. I am here to be a mentor, a coach, a mother who can direct my child in the right direction. Always remember this. Okay? Okay. Anyone who wants to come online, let me know, otherwise I'll take another question. Okay, type yes if anyone wants to come online and share your question online. But remember, all this is going to get recorded and it gets posted on live. So if you're comfortable with it, then only say yes, and otherwise you can put your question in the question bag. I give 5 minutes for if anyone wants to come online and ask the question. Ekta, you want to come online? Okay. Okay. Ekta, you have to send me a request to come online. Then I'll get you online. Swati says I want to come online, but in 3 minutes, whoever sent me request first, Swati or Shweta, I will get you online. And let's see. I think I have answered all the questions that are there in the question bank. All of you who are joining here for the first time, yaar, ye kya hua mere isko? Something happened, no, with the color and all. I don't know how that goes. Okay, fine. Anyways, it's okay. Better. Ekta, I've sent you the request. I've accepted your request, sorry.
Hi, Divya.
Hi, Ekta, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You need to be a little bit more louder. I can't hear you.
Just a second. Am I audible now?
Mm, no. Is she audible
Uh,
to anybody else, or is it only me who's not able to hear her? Yeah.
because I can hear you clearly.
Okay, it's okay. Go on. I can hear you, but not very well. Yeah, tell me.
First of all, thanks a lot. Your suggestions work like drastically with me. As you already know, my son won academics and the behavioral batch. And I think in the last live also, I asked you, I got a suggestion from you regarding my Didi.
Yeah,
She has a 16-year-old boy,
yeah.
and I gave her a suggestion. She sat down with him and tried to clear out things, which worked not 100%, but yeah, she told me today in the morning that it has started seeing the difference. Slight if changes are going on. So I don't know how to thank you, but slowly and steadily, you are making my life in a better pace.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you so much for coming and sharing. And, most importantly, I say implementing. A lot of mothers come, they ask me things, I tell them, but we don't go and implement. As your sister also, tell her implement. First, we just have to start slowly, and slowly, slowly, everything is going to fall in place. You know. So,
Earlier, I used to think that I am a stubborn mother, who's always saying no to my child and all. But my Didi also tells me, "Yaar, let him be free sometime. You'll keep on saying no to the screen." But gradually, I got to understand that that is helping my son a lot.
yeah.
Now he knows the boundary. His screen timing is only till 6 to 6:30.
Hmm.
Sharp 6:30, he will turn off the TV.
Wow.
That's how I've understood the setting a boundary is.
Exactly.
Saying no does not mean that you are a stubborn mother and you don't care for your kid.
I think it's for me, I think it feels that I care for my kid enough to say no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I try to see, I am not a social person a lot, but I try as much as possible to help other mothers, which I meet them on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Like your small suggestions, I give them to other mothers, which I meet at the school of my son. And you know what, Divya, last time I joined the PTA meeting, and the principal of the school told me while giving him the badge, "Ma'am, your son makes us proud." Because
Oh,
he tells us कि my mother is strict, but she's not harsh with me, and she knows what's best for me. And
wow.
you can see still have teary eyes because I felt so proud कि my son is like the principal is saying he's just 9 years old,
Wow.
and he was in the entire assembly. I was called up, and then he was given the badge. So I really wanted to share it with personally to you.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
That was such an I don't know how to express it.
Wow. Even I don't know what to say. It is like usko medal mila nahi mila, tumhe zarur mil gaya for sure.
Definitely, definitely. And the most important thing is my husband and I am staying away right now because he's been posted to Mumbai and I'm in Delhi. And I the other day I was telling my husband, sometimes I feel lonely because I'm totally alone to handle everything. That's why I asked you a question today. I see you doing cricket. I see you spending time with your son, coming on live and doing reels and everything. I don't know what all you not do. So I just wonder sometimes how can you manage all this? But you told me it's like whatever you are doing is more than enough
Yeah.
because you know what's best at that particular time.
Exactly. And I have a husband with me right now. I have my mother-in-law with me right now. I have a help with me right now. Trust me, when none of them is there, you will see very less of me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You must have noticed since November, I was completely down. I was not coming here. I was not Dubai because something else took my time.
Yes, exactly. And I really missed you.
I know, I got your message. So sweet of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to be very honest, I would say whoever has joined the live, I think 30 to 34 people are there. But you are truly a guardian angel and you listen to the questions without any judgments. That's the best part of you.
Yeah.
And keep doing the things. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I don't have any questions to ask, but I wanted to share all this.
But I thank you so much you shared. It even I can't tell you. I am so happy that just my lives can help you so much. And I keep telling you, I'm proud of you, Ekta, because I see you implementing it, then coming back and telling me that, it worked.
Yes, absolutely.
Even in my one-on-one calls, I keep telling mother, I can give you lot of steps. I can tell you lot of things. But if you're not going to go and implement it, nothing is going to work.
Exactly. Earlier, I used to, Arey na, she's just saying na, it's okay. Hoga nahi hoga. She might be different. Her son might be different.
Yeah.
But now the psychology is the same.
Psychology is the same. The
It's
love,
just you need to know how to handle your kid.
yeah.
And
देखो, मेरा बच्चा अलग हो सकता है, आपका बच्चा अलग हो सकता है, right? But the
definitely,
love and action is the same always.
exactly. And
They
you
all
know what? I
love.
also tell him whenever you share such things, na ki I'm proud of you and your son is doing well. Last, I don't know, live, it stucks wherever within 2-3 minutes. I don't know, it's not coming properly. So he wanted to see that. Mama Divya auntie se kabhi bhi baat ho, tell her to fix that live. I want to listen. What did she say about my batch?
Oh, no, I'm super proud of you. I'm super proud of him as well. This shows that your child himself knows what is good for me and what is bad for me.
Yes, and this I can see the connection. You and me are having teary eyes.
Yeah, I am.
Chalo, all the best and keep doing this lovely work.
Yeah, thank you. And very honestly, I'll also share something with you. In between, I said I'll not do lives every week, remember? And
Yes,
you messaged, and I think 6, 7 more mothers message who comes there are 6, 7 mothers who come every week. Whether it is 10 people, 20, 100, they will always come. So, one day I was just thinking to myself, I said, why are you seeing how many people are coming? And I'm being very open to you. Okay, why? Because I also have down days, I have my up days. And I said, even if those 6 people come, Divya, go ahead, do a 1 hour live with them. Because you feel happy doing it. I feel happy interacting with you. You feel happy interacting with me. Maybe that is what it is all upon.
exactly. Very frankly speaking,
Live
I
again
can
Thursday, no matter what.
I can take out time for this live only because this is the time I'm totally free. My son is at school. I've completed my all my chores and all. So
Yeah.
this is the time. So I don't want to miss and do not leave the live sessions.
So I'm going to stop this
अब
here.
तो मैं आपको हक से बोल सकती हूँ. You have to come live.
For sure.
Chalo, take care.
So much, Ekta. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye, bye, bye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you, Ekta, and all of you. I will not be taking any more questions now, but this entire live is going to go on my YouTube channel and on the live recording as well. Mera din ban gaya, mera hafta ban gaya. These are the indications that I feel that God gives me that whatever I am doing, I'm doing to my best capability. And याद है मैंने starting में क्या कहा था? Sometimes you put something at a back burner, sometimes you put some things in the front as to what I do right now. I know that I am not doing 100% in my business. I know that there's a lot more I can do. But when I get validation like this, I feel that at least I did little bit. That is helpful. Okay, so with that, I will meet you next Thursday 11 o'clock, and I hope to see you soon. I'm going to post it. Please write in comments what was the best thing that you took out of this live, and I'll see you next Thursday. Okay, chalo, bye.